Okie dokie. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hey, Frank, happy birthday to you. Great to see you. Letter Sheet Minion, Fuzzy Resolution. Okay, Fuzzy Resolution. We've got a very highly experienced technical advice department tonight, folks. We'll get to that in a minute. Liz the Legend. Good evening, Liz the Legend. How you doing? Good evening, Robert and Minion Jesse. How are you doing? Great to see you. Frank, happy birthday, my friend. It is fantastic to see you. He's just got tears in his eyes. Are you talking about me or are you talking about Frank? Okay, folks, the football has started. I've got the feeling it's going to be very, very quiet tonight, but you know what? It doesn't really matter because it's Friday night. It is the Irish question mark and Her Indoors Mark II quiz show tonight. So we will be starting in about 4 or 5 minutes. Good evening, Pat the Beard. Good evening, Pat the Beard. Great for you to join us tonight. Who else is joined in? Let me see. By the way, folks, type George into the chat and you should be able to enter into the draw. Raffle, 1 second. I'm just going to put this little match. Everyone's typing George, D-Y-B-E. Boom. Okay, let me have a little look and see who has went into the raffle. Good evening, Arto. I thought you'd be watching the football. Not. The only football you watch, Arto, is when it's on ice and it's got nothing to do with the ball. Minion Micah, hello, darling. How you doing? Okay, let me see. Yes, indeed, the draw is open. And folks, with the smaller numbers tonight, you could be that lucky winner. Who do we have in the draw tonight? We have Jesse. We have Bob. Baroness of Burnham is watching the football in the background while doing the quiz. Absolutely so impressed. It brings a tear to my eye. Okie dokie, Minion Rachel. Arto's saying yes. I know Arto a long time, so definitely I know his love of football goes as well as the love of standing in front of a firing squad. Shouldn't really have said that, to be totally honest, because some people might get offended, but you know what I'm like. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go before we start the show, and folks, I have a little bit of news for you tonight. Basically, as was announced, Her Indoors, she's just disappeared. She's totally disappeared. She has gone to our oldest boy's house to watch England v Scotland. That is the game. It's like that Voldemort situation in Harry Potter. You know, the game that should not be mentioned. That's what I've been suffering with for the last couple of years since the fixture came out. Good evening, Mr. T in Malaysia. I'll get back to you too. A bit like Billy Connolly, 14 stories going at once. Anyway, she's gone to our oldest son's house, and it's basically impossible for me to do the show on my own. She does a lot of the stuff in the background that no one will ever know, and it keeps the thing running relatively smooth unless we've got a technical issue, and then she just goes to bits. But that's fine, yeah, because I go to bits too. But we have Her Indoors Mark II tonight, folks. Should we get her on board to introduce herself? Wasp 35, good evening. Many others not watching the football. Well, I've got the football on the background. Not that I can't make any comments about the football in case Her Indoors Mark I watches the rerun to check whether I behaved myself. Because, folks, we have indeed here live in the lounge, social distance rules applying. We have Liz the Legend. Good evening, Liz the Legend. As you can see, folks, Liz the Legend is rather calm about being here tonight. She is basically going to be Her Indoors Mark II. Now, I've decided that Liz, she will come in front of the camera at certain stages of the show, and this is something that I forgot to talk to her about. But that's fine. We'll just do a little winger. Winger, chicken slinger. Okay, move over to twitch.tv Irish question mark if you are watching this on Facebook. Everybody's saying hi, Liz. Robert, Captain Beers. I don't know, it must be a secret code. Woo! As calm as a jihadi with a wasp in his underpants. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it'll only get worse, I can imagine. It'll only get worse. So, folks, we shall be starting very, very shortly. So make sure you have your pens ready, your pieces of paper, and of course, yes, and of course, pour yourself a little drink because you know you're worth it. For all our English fans tonight, English people that are playing, let's hope your team doesn't go down as quick as Luke Shaw. No, oh sorry, did I say that live? No, I wish you all the very best, and it hurts me to say it. For our Scottish Celtic brothers, may the best team win. It's only 90 minutes, and as Ardo would say, it's only a game. Okay, so once again, move over to twitch.tv/Irish question mark. And I can see, I've just got a lovely photograph of Bob. She looks like Tony Blackburn's wife with headphones on, and we'll show you that next week. It's going to be complicated enough for Liz the Legend without people sending messages. But anyway, it's all okay. Let's put it on her shoulders. It ain't my problem. Liz, there you go. Let me get a little bit of music going, folks, and then we shall begin. 1 second. I was hoping that Liz would be a bit more, you know, excited and with it. She'd like sort of sing a little bit whenever I go to an eerie quiet silence. But obviously she hasn't warmed up yet, folks. But she, yeah, let's just say I expected to get a little bit. There you go. Look, she's warming up. Okay, folks. Good evening, Space Dracula, Radiant Raluca. Wonderful for you to be with us tonight. I hope your other half is watching the football and he isn't getting too aggressive or too emotional. We have Liz the Legend tonight. Yes, they have kicked off. Good evening, SRB 1055. Let's get the show started. That's what I reckon. Okay, so this is Quarantine Quiz Show Online 62. I didn't want to put Liz under pressure because I know she's learnt what number it was, thinking I might ask her. That ain't the case. We are here for our weekly show, show number 62. Are you ready to go? Let's get going. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a little bit of a tricky show tonight. You got it. Quiz time. Sophie and Senna telling me to get a move on. Alrighty, I'm trying to ignore the chat. Minion Jesse just put immediate goal for Scotland, and I'm like looking, thinking, did I miss something? But you obviously don't know. Oh, Scotland. Okay, here we go, folks. Question number 1, round number 1. Did you bring a child? Did you bring a baby with you, Liz? We just suddenly had a child screaming, crying outside the window. I don't know what Liz has done. But have you just given birth? Is this our first child? Our first natural birth online? No. Okay, I think it was outside the window. Okay, question number 1. What actress played the real-life movie roles of Julia Child, Margaret Thatcher, and Catherine Graham? So it's one actress played these 3 real-life character movie roles. That sounds really Irish, real-life character movie roles, but you know what I mean. Julia Child, Margaret Thatcher, Catherine Graham. You see, Liz, we're past question number 1, and it's like black and white minstrel show. How I was running around like, and now it's all okay. This is question number 1. Question number 2. March 2021. I know it feels so long ago, but it wasn't. Who became the first transgender man ever to appear on the cover of Time magazine? In March 2021, who became the first transgender man ever to appear on the cover of Time magazine? Don't worry, folks, her indoors. The original, her indoors, made me a nice coffee before we go. We're hoping that Liz the Legend doesn't bring in almond or some sort of like spiked coffee. So the show goes a little bit wackier than normal, you know. Okay, question number 3. Which of the tenors came from a different country than the other two. Liz, do you have earphones with you?
Yeah.
Why don't you plug them in? Because that might stop the echo that I think everyone's hearing. Echo, echo, echo. No? Okay. Because I can hear myself. Echo, echo. Question number 4. She's supposed to be technically with it, folks, you know. Question number 4. Whose tomb was discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922? It's all going okay. Ardo isn't hearing an echo. But on the average day, Ardo hears echoes from all over the place, you know. So, question number 4. Whose tomb was discovered by the archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922? Question number 5. Jan the man. Honestly, you'd nearly think she trained. What sport was added to the Winter Olympics in 1960 for men and in 1992 for women? What sport was added to the Winter Olympics in 1960 for men and in 1992 for women? Little compliment there from Captain Beer. Great whistle. There's going to be so much online flirting, folks, in between these team members. It's embarrassing. Question number 6, round number 1. What country landed the U2 lunar rover on the moon in 2013? Now I can give you a great clue if you would like a great clue. What country landed the U2 lunar rover on the moon in 2018? If you'd like a clue, type in the chat. And Ardo said, was it Ireland? Well, Ardo, you've stolen my banter. I was going to basically say that it wasn't Ireland. Jody, 35, it wasn't Ireland. Do you know why the Irish have never really succeeded at the space race? Well, I can tell you. You know, I'm speaking on behalf of sort of all the Irish people in the world, but if we were trained as astronauts and we sat down there and that countdown was going down 10, 9, 8, and the engines were roaring and everybody was getting super excited and blast off and away we went. And after years of training, folks, for every scenario and different things that could possibly go wrong, the only thing that we'd be concerned about is what happens if you push that destruct red button. That would be it, folks. So that's why we have not got involved in the race to the moon. Question number 7. In which decade was New York's iconic Empire State Building completed? In which decade was New York's iconic Empire State Building completed? Let me just give Liz the Legend the questions, so if anyone asks for any questions, you can type them into the chat. Wonderful. Okay, the virtual tip jar is open. I forgot to say that, and we have a few people that have already sent in donations. Thank you very much. Family Van Haslet, the Prevo Pessers, which is the Minions, GB Butt with a question mark behind. Who possibly could GB Butt be? You know what? I think that's Gary Butt. Gary, that I actually thought was Pete in Dublin for a long time. But then I got this email and it was like, hey, I'm Gary. I live in Ipswich now. And I used to go to the quiz in the Sherlocks. And he sent me a photograph and I was like, bang! Of course you're not Pete in Dublin. You don't even look like him. I don't even think you sound like him. Anyway, moving swiftly along to question number 8. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get the co-host to come and ask the question for our first Spin the Wheel.
Hello, beautiful people. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, our first spin the wheel question this evening. Wait a minute. I think I'm forgetting something. Nads on the pads, floppers on the cloppers, fingers on the type, tips on the nits, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the nuns, delay on the twitch, choppers on the blockers, holy moly, piggies on the market, cocks on the box, bones on the stones. People, are you ready? All right. Question. How many times do you hear the word karma in the Culture Club song Karma Chameleon?
Would you like to give us a little blast of Karma Chameleon? Do you know the song?
Karma, 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 karma chameleon. Yeah? Okay, got 23, we got 73, we got 76, we got 60. Come on, people, keep them coming. 66, nope. Nope. Someone's getting close. There's a minion who's close. Come on, people. Yeah, keep coming. Come on, Leon.
But it's wrong.
All right. Okay.
I reckon we do a countdown. We give them 10 more seconds, please.
10 more seconds and then we're getting the closest.
One of the minions were very close. Everybody's a little bit high.
Yeah, everybody's high this evening. Everyone's high this evening. I don't know, people.
What can I tell you?
Hey, Frank! Frank has him 30 times in Karma Chameleon.
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? Frank is our first. Who was close? Jody's typed. Yes. Minion Rachel had 31. It is in fact only 30 times throughout the whole song that the word karma is actually said, and most of them is in the chorus. So, feel like a lot more karmas. Yes, I bet you do. So our first winner number 1 for the spin the wheel tonight is happy birthday. Did you say happy birthday to Frank?
I did in the chat.
You put like live. You just made it. You just made it all about you. You didn't. Okay. On behalf of her indoors Mark II and myself Irish question mark. Hey Frank, happy birthday. Question number 8. You should be good at this, folks, because it's an alcoholic question. What alcoholic beverage is found in both a Rusty Nail and a Rob Roy cocktail? What alcoholic beverage is found in a Rusty Nail and a Rob Roy cocktail? Good old Frank. I mean, you shouldn't be doing the dishes on your birthday. It's just not good enough. Yes, indeed. Mr. T has just reminded me. Type George into the chat and you will be entered into tonight's draw. Number 9. A missing handkerchief plays an important role in which tragedy by William Shakespeare? Oh, she only had to do one thing. Liz, what are you doing? Oh, moving swiftly along. Good evening, Grab 88. I will be getting back to you very shortly about when you'd like me to bake fresh bread for you. I haven't forgotten. Question number 9. A missing handkerchief plays an important role in which tragedy by William Shakespeare? Good old Liz. It's all good. It's all fine. Honestly, no one noticed. You shouldn't have told anybody. Okay. Oh. So, number 9, a missing handkerchief. Plays an important role in which tragedy by William Shakespeare? Electric Sheep Minion. Speaking of donations. The QR code says it's expired. I actually thought I changed that this afternoon. Hey folks, it's the Anagram song. Anagram is worth 5 points tonight. Yes indeed, folks. What can I tell you? Boom! Happy birthday, Frank. Raw onion stank. Raw onion stank is an anagram of which quiet entertainer? Raw onion stank. Why don't you just tell me across the table?
Oh, sorry. Hi.
She's a little bit excited, folks. What can I tell you? I mean, she's been here since about 4 o'clock this afternoon. No. I'm only joking here. Raw onion stank is an anagram of which quiet entertainer? So, take a little picture of that on your phone. Mix the letters up. This is worth 5 points, folks. 5 points. Great to see Frank looking so young and fit and doing the anagram dance. Thanks, Frank. Folks, type George into the chat. If you have not typed George into the chat, that will get you into the draw. Mr. T says, Liz, calm down and don't be drinking on the job. Liz does not need anything. She is off the freaking planet already, folks, and we've just got through round. Which round are we on, Liz?
We just finished the first round and we're about to start the second round.
Boom! I thought I'd get her. Okay, folks, the virtual tip jar is open. I do believe that this QR code should be working. Although I thought I changed them all. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you very much. The virtual tip jar, the QR code is working on this page. And yeah, and the links are in the Laddie Medad, the whatchamacallit, the chat. Liz is scribbling. Family Van Hastrick, thank you for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. Absolutely wonderful. And yes, indeed, folks, your friend and mine, our FNC, our Finnish comedian. Thank you very much, Ardo, for your kind donation. The NL banks at the bottom, not in the slides, just needs updating. Yes, Ardo, you are right. I thought I'd done that, but now I'm realizing I didn't. I changed it on something else. Anyway, it's not important. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. We have a guest round, and it is Rachel Minion's guest round. The Painter's Painting Round. The way we're going to work this now is you get a single point for the name of the painting, and you get a single point for the name of the artist. But then we multiply it by 2 because it's a double points round. So there is the possibility of how many points in this round, Liz the Legend?
20.
It's a good job she isn't an accountant. A possible 40 points because it's a double point round with 10 points for the name of the painting, 10 points for the name of the artist, multiplied by 2. Let's try it again. Liz the Legend. How many points? There we go, 40 points. I'm glad she's really switched on. Boom, that is number 1. Ardo is feeling extremely excited about this round. He reckons 0 points for Finland. I think, Ardo, even you'll get some of these. This is painting number 2. What do you think this painting is called? And who do you think is the artist? You will see them once again. You will see them once again. Number 3. What is the name of this painting and the artist? I have to say that coffee that her indoors, the original model, made before she left earlier, very tasty. I'm living in fear about letting Liz near the coffee machine. What's 35? Jody says, seeing them twice is not going to help my uncultured life. Every time I see you on Facebook, you're having a meal, going to this museum, going to that museum. Open your eyes when you're in the museum, darling. Liz, how would you have been in this round?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, you reckon? I reckon the clever person in your team, Pat the Beard, I think he'll get a lot of these because he's like super clever. I mean, that was really proven last week when Robert, Captain Beer, and Liz the leg end, she was a leg end then, when they got, I actually got a message during the week to say, correction, we didn't get 0 points for the herbs and spices round because one answer was in Dutch, and I checked it on Google Translate, and it was in fact the right answer, so they got 1 point. Not that it makes any difference. Pat the Beard saying he can't argue. Yeah, but Pat the Beard and myself, we're singing of the same song sheet. Basically, geniuses. This is picture number 5. The clue is in the picture. It could really be a dingbat, really, because all you've got to do is say what you see, and you'll get a point. Obviously, if you write Elvis, you're not going to get a point for that, but say exactly what you see. And I'd like to thank the Minions, Prevo and Pressers for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much. Liz has finally worked out how to use a phone. Obviously, Ardo, if I answered that question, I'd really basically give you all the answer. Moving swiftly along. Question number 6. What is the name of this painting and the name of the artiste that painted it? Remember, this is like a double points round. 40 points available for this guest round from Rachel Minion, living legend that has been harassing me for 60 weeks to do a painting picture round. She took it into her own hands. She sent me a beautiful, wonderful, very funny email, basically giving me instructions in a roundabout non-instruction type of way. And then she gave me like 14 or 15 different paintings to choose from. So I didn't want to break Ardo's heart and people like Jodie's uncultured souls too much. And I put a few easy-ish ones in. But if you don't know the name of the painting, you should be able to guess at least who the artist could be. Okay, we'll come back to that. Number 9. Gary. Who is Gary? Oh, Gary. Oh, who's Gary? Oh, sorry, Gary. You mean Gary, the quizzer formerly known as Pete? Gary in Ipswich. But. Okay, Gary, thank you very much for your donation. And that could be any of the minions there. Yeah, come back here indoors, all is forgiven. Are you sure?
It's an R.
It's an R. Okay, Rachel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Rachel Minion. And number 10, here we go. See, it's so easy. Ardo, tell me that you got this one. Okay, so here we go. Let's move swiftly along and give you another chance to see tonight's picture round. Remember, any guess at all is better than a blank space, because what do blank spaces get you?
No points.
No points. Here we go. So number 1, who do you think this is painted by, and what is the name of the painting? So the artist and the painting for 2 points each. What's the total in this round, Liz?
40.
Well done. Okay, number 2. What is the name of this painting and the name of the artist that painted the painting? Number 3. Name of the painting and the name of the artist, please. Number 4. I have to say, when I actually seen this picture, I actually thought of one of the Minions. I actually thought Electric Sheep Minion, not because it sort of looks like him, but just that confused look. Question number 5. Picture number 5. Artist number 5. Zoolander from the Middle Ages. Alrighty, remember folks, there is a serious amount of points up for grabs here. If you haven't got a clue, don't blame me, blame Rachel Minion for a wonderful guest round. Number 7. Number 7. What is the name of this painting and who was it by? Number 8. Very individual style. So you should get the painter, at least the artist. Maybe not you, was 35, but what can I tell you? We live and learn. I mean, you'd really think after 62 quizzes that she's learned something. Where's Jodie's dad tonight? I bet you he's watching the football, and only Bob, you obviously know who Bob is, the quizzer formerly known as Mom. She's royalty, but she's basically like the female version of Prince. Number 9. Name of the painting and the name of the artist, please, folks. And your last one in our first of 2 guest rounds tonight, folks. This one is from Rachel Minion. I thought he might be watching the football, Bob, but he isn't much help anyway. You know that, and so does Jodie. Okay, folks, so here we go. Jodie's saying it's just me and Bob tonight. Don't think we'll be winning. You know you're a winner because you're here with us. And I greatly appreciate it. Sharing every Friday for the last 62 weeks, plus 2 weeks, 1 night for Christmas and 1 technical night. We've done this, folks, weekly. It is absolutely amazing, and we're still here. Fantastic. Wonderful round from Rachel. I'd also like to thank Pete in Dublin, if he's watching this show in the replay. He sent me a little donation earlier on via PayPal, and he also sent me a little email asking me a question. Now, he didn't get down on one knee. It wasn't like a sort of proposal thing, but he did ask me a question, which I'm going to have a little think about, and I'm going to get back on to you all and make an announcement within the next couple of weeks. Got to run it by her indoors Mark II. Okay, folks, so follow us on twitch.tv Irish ? And if you want to be included in tonight's raffle, it's really simple. Come across onto twitch.tv, type George into the chat, and guess what? You're automatically entered. Okie dokie. Hello, Yoki Dokie. Round 3, potluck trivia. Question number 1. Jonathan Archer was the captain of what TV spaceship? Jonathan Archer was the captain of what TV spaceship? Now, I don't often use that word in quizzes because it's like one of those words that I've got a problem pronouncing. Space. Also, Mer. Yeah, the mirror. No, not like a mermaid. Like, I was going to go and check my hair in the mirror, but then I decided there was bugger all left to check. Mirror on the wall. Mirror on the wall. Yeah. By the way, folks, have you noticed I've had a little bit of a close shave? I'll tell you about that at halftime. Question number 2. What literary heroine is depicted as an 11-foot-high bronze statue in Central Park in New York City? So, what literary heroine is depicted as an 11-foot-high bronze statue in Central Park in New York City? Question number 3. What thrash metal band was formed in 1981 by guitarists Kerry King, Jeff Hanneman, drummer Dave Lombardo, and bassist and vocalist Tom Araya? That was easy for me to say. What thrash metal band was formed in 1981? Come on, Pat the Beard, you're a bit of a music expert. Formed by the guitarist Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, drummer Dave Lombardo, and the bassist and vocalist Tom Araya. Holy Moses!
Hello, people! You know what time that is? Fingers on the type. It's time for another spin the wheel question. Be ready. Are we going to do it again?
Let's do it again.
I'm going to try to go really, really slowly. Nads on the pads, flappers on the cloppers, fingers on the type, tips on the nips, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the numbs, choppers on the blockers, holy moly, piggies on the market, bones on the stones, cocks in the box.
This is a family show, this legend. Control yourself. What's question number 2?
All right, everybody ready? How many hat tricks did Pele score in his professional football career?
Repeat the question.
How many hat tricks did Pele score in his professional football career? It's a lot more than that, guys. Come on. Pele. Pele! No. No. I was glad I kind of knew how to say it, you know. Ooh! Robert! Really? It's my teammate. Nope. Yeah, almost Baroness of Burnham. Almost. Yeah, Minion Jesse, we have one. Sorry, Robert, you were in just a little too late. Come on. Come on, people.
So, our second winner tonight is Minion Jesse. Write down Minion Jesse. He goes on the wheel of fortune. What are we going to call this wheel? The spin the wheel?
The wheel of,
No. Okay, we'll let...
finger wheel.
The what? The finger wheel. We're not going to call it the finger wheel.
Who was the first winner? I forgot to write it down.
I never have this issue with her indoors. Mark 1. The original model. I mean...
I'm sorry. I like left and right here, people. Oh, I knew. It was Frank.
It was, I mean, it's the man's birthday and you're taking him off to spin the wheel. Folks, what can I tell you? Question number 4. What is the name of the vacuum cleaner that cleans up after the Teletubbies? Now, before you say I've asked this question before, yes, I have. But I've seen a nice video, which you'll see in the answers, and I thought, I got to ask the question again. So what is the name of the vacuum cleaner that cleans up after the Teletubbies? Come on, Jody Was 35. It is time for you to shine with your wonderful knowledge about the Teletubbies. Can I ask you a question, Liz?
Yes.
Can you hear the music in your ears and not on here?
I have it turned down because otherwise I hear myself about 5 seconds later.
Okay. So you can't answer that question,
No.
basically.
I can turn it on.
And when, why are you sitting there with your earphones on if you've got it? But if you've got it turned down to 0. It's a pleasant change. Jan the man! Yes, indeed, folks. Jan the man. Nice, easy one tonight. If Pete in Dublin was here, Pete would get this one right. I wonder will Gary get this one right? But that's a difficult one to answer. Nice and easy. What tennis player was stabbed in the neck at the Hamburg Open in 1993? You might forget what her name is. I bet you she didn't forget the incident. Which tennis player was stabbed in the neck at the Hamburg Open in 1993? I'm looking quickly at the messages that are typed in the chat room, and Baroness of Burnham, Bob, one of our favourite regulars here at the show, typed, "She got it." Yes, indeed, she got it right in the neck. Moving swiftly along to question number 6. What actor, I like this question, which basically means that you might not. What actor took his professional name from the real name of Marvel Comics character Power Man? Nice question, Liz.
I like it.
Alrighty, what actor took his professional name, as in like his name that he uses as an actor, from the real name of the Marvel Comics character Power Man? Same.
Oh, yeah, I mean, same.
Okay. Same.
Same.
It's like you're, doing impersonations of the Teletubby question. I don't know what you're doing here, Liz. Can you just try and hold it together? What round are we in, Liz?
Round 3.
Well done, Liz. All right, moving swiftly along. Round 3, question number 7. This is another one that I reckon Arto, our F&C, our Finnish comedian, and Jodie might possibly get this if Bob and Jodie's dad were any kind of parents at all. What game of dropping twigs off a bridge into a stream was played by the fictional youth Christopher Robin and friends? So, what was the game called is the question that we're looking for. What game of dropping twigs off a bridge into a stream was played by the fictional youth Christopher Robin and friends? Ardo, award yourself points if you... I love that. Ardo saying, I'm taking points if I remember it and finish. Okay, well, if you remember it and finish, then type it into the chat and we'll get Liz the Legend to check it. Moving swiftly along to question number 8. What word can be used for a bowl, a boat, or part of the circulatory system? Jan de Man Robinson, as he's called in Dutch. The auto mod has blocked Liz the Legend. I mean, her indoors Mark II has been blocked by the auto mod saying because she wrote NIG. That's what's coming up red. Yeah, Liz. It's not politically correct for you to type the first 3 letters of a swear word. Moving swiftly along, and I have to apologize on behalf of myself, the original Her Indoors, and of course, Her Indoors Mark II. Liz the Leg End. Moving on to number 9. Ship's captain, William Thomas Turner, survived the sinking of what ship in 1915 by clinging to a chair? Minion Jesse permitted the naughty. So question number 9 in round number 3. Ship's captain William Thomas Turner survived the sinking of what ship in 1915 by clinging to a chair? And our last one, number 10. Holy Moses! It's Ding Batman! Alrighty, so Dingbat time. You with the anagrams and the dingbats, you can get a possible 5 points up for grabs. It is so easy, it's embarrassing. In fact, if Dublin Pete was here now or watching it on replay on our YouTube channel, he would probably get this right. I nearly said the answer. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known two-word phrase. It's so easy, it's embarrassing. Okay, folks, so that is our first 3 rounds. We're going to move swiftly along and give you the answers to the first 3 rounds. Ardo, can you let me know in the chat if you've organized a few little one-liners? That's Ardo, our basically professional, world-recognized FNC, Finnish comedian. If you have not typed George into the chat and you're watching the show on twitch.tv, then it's really, really easy. All you got to do is type George into the chat and you enter tonight's draw. Thank you very much, Ardo. You are on the ball. Great to see you're watching the show tonight and you're not sleeping. The virtual tip jar is open. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Again, there we go. Thank you very much indeed for anyone that has sent a donation in so far. I have been informed that the main QR code is inactive. Well, there we go. What can I tell you? Just didn't get it organized. Changed it on the slides and forgot to change it on the main page. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Thank you very much to anyone that has sent in a little donation or a large donation. Actually, be as generous as you want. Moving swiftly along, Irish question mark. You can find me on Facebook. You can find on YouTube. This is also going out live on the Irish question mark YouTube channel and also on Instagram. And if you'd like any photographs of you doing the quiz or just pulling a silly face or saying, hi, I'm doing the quiz on a Friday night with Irish question mark and Liz the Leg End, i.e. her indoors mark 2, then you know what to do. Just send it to me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com, or you can just go to the irishquestionmark.com website, have a little look, tell me what you think about the website, and contact me via the website. Here are the answers to round 1. Number 1, the actress that played the real-life movie roles of Julia Child, Margaret Thatcher, and Catherine Graham. It is Meryl Streep for 1 point. Yeah, did you know that, Liz?
I did.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking my life in my own hands. Liz the Legend has gone to make me a coffee. Question number 2. In March 2021, who became the first transgender man to ever appear on the cover of Time magazine? Elliot Page is the answer that I was looking for. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one correct. Number 3, which of the 3 tenors came from a different country than the other 2? The answer that we were looking for is Luciano Pavarotti. He was Italian. Domingo and Carreras were both from Spain. Another word I have problems pronouncing, but let's move swiftly along. Number 4, whose tomb was discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922? Tutankhamun, a.k.a. King Tut, is the answer that I was looking for 1 point. Don't forget, folks, we do this every Friday night because we basically have nothing else to do on a Friday night, and we like to share some smiles for a couple of hours, and we've done it for 62 weeks in a row. But that's okay because you make my week. Moving swiftly along, the answer to this one was a biathlon. That's the sport that was added to the Winter Olympics, 1960 for men and 1992 for women. Number 6, what country landed the U-2 lunar rover on the moon? It was China for 1 point. Number 7, in which decade was New York's iconic Empire State Building completed? The correct answer is the 1930s. It was in fact completed in 1931. Remember that, because I might ask you that as a bonus question in 2 weeks' time for Spin the Wheel. Number 8. What alcoholic beverage is found in both a Rusty Nail and a Rob Roy cocktail? The correct answer is whiskey. Remember, 1 point unless I tell you differently. Number 9. A Missing Handkerchief plays an important role in which tragedy by William Shakespeare? Othello. Othello is the answer that I was looking for. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one right. Holy Moses, look who it is, number 10. It is Liz the Legend, tonight's co-host here live in the Irish Lounge. Raw Onion Stank is an anagram of which quiet entertainer? Give yourself 5 points if you had Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson was the answer, i.e. Mr. Bean. But you don't get any points for Mr. Bean because you just can't make them letters up. I'm feeling like I'm having double vision. 2, Liz the Legends. Alrighty, folks. So let's move on to our special round from Rachel Minion, the Painter's Painting Round. This is one of our 2 guest rounds tonight. Double points for the guest rounds because they went to massive effort. Now, what I'd like to do is, at the end of this round, I'd like everyone to put their score in, and whoever has the highest score, hey, that's the score we'll give Rachel. Don't you think that's fair, Liz the Legend?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Electric Sheep Minion saying, could I repeat question number 9 from round number 1? What was question number 9 from round number 1, Liz the Legend? Never mind.
A missing handkerchief plays an important role in which tragedy by William Shakespeare? Othello.
Othello is the correct answer. Thank you. 1 point for the painting's title and 1 point for the artist. And it is the double points round. So how many points are available in round number 2, our special guest round, Liz the Legend?
40.
40 indeed. I love your enthusiasm now that you've realised that you cannot count. The Persistence of Memory for 2 points and Salvador Dali for 2 points. Question number 2, picture number 2. It is The Laughing Cavalier by Frans Hals. Any problems with pronunciations, Liz? I'll be handing it over to you. You understand that, don't you? Because, I mean, if I'm going to get it wrong, I want to make sure you get it wrong too. Number 3. 2 points for Guernica by Pablo Picasso.
Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Thanks, Pat. So, number 3, Guernica for 2 points and Pablo Picasso for 2 points. Number 4, who is this? It is the self-portrait with a curious face, and I will accept Rembrandt. Ardo's asking for a friend. Until what time is the sale of alcohol permitted in the Netherlands at the moment? Is it 10 p.m.? I actually thought, when's everything been lifted?
I think it's 10, but I don't know.
Liz isn't sure. She thinks it quite possibly could be 10. What you could do is hang around for another 11 minutes, and then someone could type in, actually it was 10, and you'd be really upset. Moving swiftly along to number 5. What is the answer to this painting? It is the 8 Elvises. Now, I do believe that Rachel Minion put this in because she knows that when I say 8, it sounds like I ate something. It doesn't sound like 7 plus 1. So we're going to rename this as 7 plus 1 Elvises by Mr. Andy Warhol. Ardo is back in 5, sprinting to the night shop. It's Floppers on the Cloppers!
Alright, people, Floppers on the Cloppers. You know what time it is. Nails on the pads, floppers on the cloppers, fingers on the type, tips on the nits, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the nuns, delay on the twitch, choppers on the blockers. Holy moly! Piggies at the market, cocks in the box, bones in the stones. All right. This is our third question. It's another number. He didn't tell me he needed sugar. He only said milk. I promise you. Anyway, third question. Get those fingers ready. It's going to be another number answer. How many separate pieces of wood make up a violin? I'll repeat. How many separate pieces of wood make up a violin? Ooh. Bingo! Minion Micah, 70 pieces. All right. Well done there. I guess I have to entertain you now, though, because Mark's putting sugar in. I've so far failed at 3 of my jobs, I think. So I'm thinking he might not invite me back again sometime, but hopefully I can make it up later, because this is fun. Woo! All right.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? Liz the Legend, she's doing a storming job now. Mr. T saying, sing a song. Sing a song. You said you're going to sing a song?
We're going to sing a song?
We're going to sing a song at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. We have been practicing. Well, to be totally honest with you, we didn't really have a practice. We just sort of pulled out the songbook. I tried 1 or 2 and said, Liz, do you know this song? She's like, no. Then all of a sudden, folks, one of Liz's truly fantastic karaoke classics. So, but basically, we're going to do a song at halftime. Move swiftly along. Answer to question number 6. No, it's not a romantic duet. No. The creation of Adam for 2 points. And Michelangelo is good enough for 2 points also. And it is, of course, our double points round. So fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Number 7. Do you remember this? I bet you the person that actually bought it remembered it. It is The Girl with a Balloon, and it is, of course, that wonderful artist Banksy. 2 points for Girl with a Balloon, or 2 points for Banksy, or 4 points if you guessed the 2 of them. Number 8. Relativity by Escher. We will accept Escher instead. You don't have to have Moritz Cornelius. Escher is fine for the 2 points. Relativity for 2 points. Fantastic round at the moment. What can I tell you, Rach? This one here, it is The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. 4 points up for grabs if you guessed that correct. And our last one in our first guessed question round. What is this? This is The Scream by Edvard Munch. 4 points up for grabs. All right. Let's move swiftly along. Round 3. Here are your potluck answers. Oh, yes, sorry. Do that. Please put your answers to your scores for the picture round. And whatever the highest score is, we'll let the minion team have that highest score. Obviously, not including the minions. I had to keep ad-libbing and talking so Liz the Legend could come in and see her favorite video, which was put in just for tonight's show. Yes, indeed. It's the turkey dancing. Robert's laughing saying, and Liz can now look at the turkeys. Yes, indeed. Okay, the highest score so far for the guest round is 36. Pretty impressive. That's the score that the minions get as well. Jonathan Archer was the captain of what TV spaceship? Well, if you have a look, this is in fact the actor that played it. It is one of the Star Trek Enterprise series. So the answer I was looking for 1 point was the Enterprise. As easy as that. Bob only got 8 in the double points picture round. Bring back Jodie's dad, even if he's on a mission. His help is required. Question number 2. The literary heroine that is found in Central Park, New York, is Alice in Wonderland. We'll also accept Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, being generous. Wow.
I'm always generous. I'm always generous. I'm always generous. Give us a freaking break here. Number 3. What thrash metal band was formed in, don't believe anything Electric Sheep Minion says. Scout's Honor, down on one knee, freaking sending a video, confessing to a priest, talking to someone with a Quran in his hand. You name it. I wouldn't believe him in any state of mind, shape or size. What thrash metal band was formed in 1981 by guitarist Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, drummer Dave Lombardo, shit hot drummer by the way, and the vocalist Tom Arara? Yes, it is Slayer. Okie dokie. Can I have my phone so I can put a little bit of music on, because we've gone now to some silly thing involving the news. Just not good enough. What was the name of the vacuum cleaner that cleans up Teletubbies? Nunu. Were you going to say woo woo?
I was going like this.
Okay. The sound effects are just a little bit too freaking much there. It sounds like she's taking a turn. I know. Okay, I know it's Nunu, but it's like you're taking a turn. Nunu is the correct answer.
Family show.
It is a family show. Keep your thoughts clean. Question number 5. Which tennis player was stabbed in the neck at the Hamburg Open in 1993? Monica Seles is the answer that we were looking for. And number 6. The actor that took his professional name from the real name of the Marvel Comics character Power Man. Well, the Power Man's real name is Luke Cage, and it was Nicolas Cage. Number 7. What game of dropping twigs off a bridge into a stream was played by the fictional youth Christopher Robin and friends? It was a game called Pooh Sticks. Keep your thoughts clean, folks. Pooh Sticks. It's a family show, as well you all know. Number 8, what word can be used for a bowl, a boat, or part of the circular system? It was a vessel, for 1 point. Number 9, ship's captain, William Thomas. Lusitania is the answer that we were looking for 1 point. And number 10, 5 points up for grabs. It's our dingbat question, and the answer was quite simply match point. So easy, even Liz got it right. Okay, now folks, it is our halftime break. Send any photographs you have of your team or your family members playing the quiz show, or in fact, if you want to just share any news with us, and at this stage, we will put in your pictures. Now, I would like to be able to hit the button and go, bang, here's a load of lovely photographs. But you were very slack this week, and I didn't receive any photographs, whether they were naughty, nice, or indifferent, Liz. But I asked Liz to sit and take a very serious photograph for her first live show here at the Irish Question Mark and Her Indoors humble abode, and we'll put that that picture in next week's show. I'd also like to thank Bob for sending me a picture in of herself during the show tonight. That will also be in next week's show. I think we should hand it over to Arto, our F&C, and let Arto do a couple of jokes. Or in fact, maybe what we'll do is we'll just let everyone chat away, send a couple of jokes in, and when I come back, we'll get Arto to do a few jokes, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Liz the Legend going to do a live song here. God help you. That's all I've got to say. If it's anything like the freaking one time that we tried it. Okay, folks, we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back with you very shortly. Thank you very much indeed. In the meanwhile, chat to yourselves. We'll be back in literally a couple of minutes. Thank you very much. Listeners, you can also drop a whistle. Okie dokie, right, we're back. Let me see. Ardo's back as well. Right, Ardo. Match point for the dingbat was correct, Ardo. Absolutely, indeed. At what stage did you leave the quiz, Ardo? Because Liz the Legend, basically her indoors Mark II, she can also maybe type some answers in the chat if you want to correct your own questions and answers, or I can just email you the questions and answers and you can mark yourself. Anyway, what have I missed? People trying to guess what song Liz the Legend is going to sing for our entertainment at halftime. Stand by your man. Mana. Oh no, mana. Yeah, that actually would be a good one to do. Yeah, but yeah, maybe with a karaoke background. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ardo's saying it doesn't really matter for the rest. He's pretty confident that he's got them all right. I absolutely 100% agree. Liz the Legend has just entered the draw. I've got a bit of bad news for you, Liz the Legend. When you're co-hosting, you cannot win this draw. Whether you think you can or not, you are not. Okay, so here we go. Let me see. Okay, Ardo's good. In other words, he doesn't want to be shamed with the correct answers. Okay, let me see. Let's grab the guitar. I'll grab the guitar and we'll do our song. And then we'll have Arto come in and do a couple of one lines. find the pattern, which is right there. Sit down, have a chat.
What's the difference between a guitar and a fish? I don't know. What is the difference between a guitar and a fish? You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. You're like,
Okay. I'm going to stop. Okay. This is where it all gets serious now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Let me just put this up. Have you got the... give us that. Thank you. It helps when I can see what chords I'm playing. Okay, you now can only see... Okay.
okay, we're gonna stop socially distancing here for a second.
Okay.
So I can read.
Yeah, can you read that?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice and calm now, nice and calm. What's going on? Alrighty, folks, thank you very much. Liz, the living legend, her indoors Mark II. Whoa, 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 the temperature has gone boom! Shakala, sweating, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Turn on the airco, turn on the airco. That was so hot. Applause, rapturous applause from all over the interweb. Hey, was that good for you? Alrighty, thank you very much indeed. Who will be our next mystery prize winner? Yes, indeed, that is the question. Marks per ears. Well, I did have a little bit of a hearing issue in this year, but I can tell you what, the wax came straight out my nostril every time that she hit that note in the chorus. Whew. Make sure you type George in the chat if you haven't typed it already, folks. And if you're thinking, what's this guy talking about with George? Well, we do a draw at the end of the show where you can win one of the mystery prizes, which I still can't believe is still a mystery prize. And I haven't actually told the people what the mystery prize is. There is only quite a few. Actually, not quite a few. There was only a few people that have actually refers to a house that is move-in ready. I like this question. As a noun, what word refers to a prison employee and an adjective refers to a house that is move-in ready? Technical issue, technical issue. Oh no, what's going on? Liz the Legend, what is going on? There is a technical issue.
I still see halftime show. But...
Streamer's disconnected. Attempting to reconnect. Robert, and we're back. And we're back! Liz, what did you do? Yes, folks, I do believe that when you have the term of her indoors and you are the head of the live in-show technical expert, I think her indoors Mark II just wanted to prove that she could fix everything instantly, but she didn't because the computer restarted and reconnected you all. So you're all back. Fantastic. Pat the Beard is saying, Mark, the NL Bank QR code is expired. Yes, indeed. Liz had only one thing to do. What can I tell you? There is the link in the chat, Pat the Beard. Thank you very much indeed.
Spout elf.
Spout elf? What does that mean?
That means you're a little late to, that we know. And so you're late to get the
Yeah,
joke.
but listen.
Like everybody laughs and then the other person laughs and that's called spout elf.
Is that it? Like?
That's it.
Okay. Moving swiftly on to number 3. What company introduced the Betamax video recording system in 1975? What company introduced the Betamax video recording system in 1975? When I was over a child. Young, innocent, calm, and a full head of red hair with as many freckles. Question number 4. Pat the Beard, keep your thoughts clean. It's a family show. But when I was putting this question together and I seen this video, you're the first person I thought of. What Chinese city is the location of the Monument to the People's Heroes, the Mausoleum of Mao Zedong, and the Temple of Heaven? What Chinese city would you find them 3 places in? Spout Elf. Well, what's with the Spout Elf?
Pat.
All right, leave Pat alone. It's Flickers on the Clickers! Whoa!
Hey! Flickers on the clickers! Nads on the pads, flappers on the flappers, flingers on the type, tips on the nips, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the numb, delay on the twitch, choppers on the blockers, holy moly! Piggies at the market, cocks in the box, bones in the stones. Micah. Okay. 4th question. This is another number question. Number answer. Not a number question. Number answer.
Yeah, you can't get good help nowadays. You know, what can I tell you?
How many letters are in the word?
Stop.
That's the question.
No, it's the pause.
It's the pause. Build up the anticipation.
There you go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How many letters are in that word? Some of you are not even close at all. Who's writing it down? Come on. Okay, we're getting...
Jody John's joining us 4 in the word.
Yeah. Bet. You got it. Pet the beard. Pet the beard.
34, Pat the Beard.
Right on, bro.
No, I told you he was the most clever founder of your team. What can I tell you? Moving swiftly along. It's Jan the Man. Thank you very much. On the ball. Wonderful. I don't know, is there like a time delay on this whistle thing? Question number 5. What former heavyweight boxing champion lends his name to a top-selling grilling machine? I am so confident that I do believe that even Arto will get this one right. What former heavyweight boxing champion lends his name to a top-selling grilling machine? Ready for your encore?
No.
Arto says, I think I got it, but if it was an air fryer, he'd definitely get it. Yes, indeed, folks. Remember, Arto is our absolutely unbelievably overqualified, superbly expert in air frying. If you've got any questions that you want to know the answer about in an air fryer situation, just send them to irishquestionmark@gmail.com and I will forward them on to Arto or FNC and he'll sort it out for you. Question number 6. The song Hopelessly Devoted to You was written for the film adaptation of which Broadway musical? Arto, yes indeed, I like that. It could be a new part of the quiz. Everything you wanted to ask about air frying but were afraid to ask. I like it. It's got a nice ring to it. I'd like to thank Pat the Beard for working out finally how to give a little donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you indeed, Pat. I'm sorry, Liz the Legend. She had one thing to do. I just want to let it go. Question number 7. Which of these birds do not mate for life? Okay, which of these following birds do not mate for life? Is it the bald eagle, the black vulture, the mourning dove, or the whooping crane? What does a whooping crane sound like, Liz the Legend? Again? One more time? Fantastic. It sounds nothing like that. Which of these birds do not mate for life? The bald eagle, the black vulture, mourning dove, and whooping crane. You see, Pat the Beard knows everything. He is a genius. He's basically made you and Captain Beer look good for over 60 weeks. And here's me thinking that you two were the clever ones and Pat was the quiet guy. My God. Making whoopee. Keep it clean, Robert. It's a family show. Question number 8. Arto said the mourning dove sounds like something that mates for love, but lost its mate. The mourning dove. See, I get that. Liz the Legend looking confused, but that's not surprised me. Did Arto get the chance to tell any jokes at halftime?
Yeah.
Yeah?
About the guitar, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, tuna fish. Yeah, I like that one. What colour connects Prince's Corvette, Nina's balloons, UB40's wine, and Krista Berg's lady? It's so easy, it's embarrassing. Number 9. Talking about embarrassing, single and double entry are methods of what? Single and double entry are methods of what? And your last question in this round. It's Dingbat time! Yes, indeed. Another appearance by Dingbat Man. Yes, indeed, folks. Dingbat, 5 points up for grabs for the Dingbat questions. Also, the anagram questions, 5 points up for grabs. Dingbat, say what you see. It is so easy, it is embarrassing. Do you get it? Herrindoors Mark II, do you get it?
Hell
It
yeah.
is so easy, absolutely so easy. It is embarrassing. Anyway, what can I tell you? I thought I'd make the Dingbats a little bit more fun and not so challenging, because Pete in Dublin, if you're watching this on YouTube, on the Irish Question Mark YouTube channel, on the repeat, you know that I made the Dingbats easy, so you get some points whenever Clever Colin isn't in your team. Okay, let's move swiftly along to Captain Beer's letter round. Now, there are 5 extra points up for grabs when you use the letters in your answers to make a leg end's job. Doesn't make any sense? It will as we go along. So basically, I'm going to ask you 10 questions. They were sent in by Rob, Captain Beer, one of the not-so-clever members of Liz the Leg Ends team, because we all know Pat is the one that carries them. He must have sore shoulders, Pat. He's been carrying you two for 60 weeks. Question number 1. Desmond Llewellyn was best known for playing which role in many James Bond movies between 1963 and 1999? The answer is a letter, a single letter. And thanks very much, Rob, for putting that word film in, because you know that I have an issue with saying that too. Film. Did you enjoy the film?
The film?
The film, yeah. It was a great film. Yeah, I went to the cinema and I seen a great film. Desmond Llewellyn was best known for playing which role in many of the James Bond movies between 1963 and 1999? That's your first question. Remember, any guessed round is a double points round. So, 2 points up for grabs in this question.
25.
Liz, I was just going to ask you. 25 possible points up for grabs, 2 points per question, and when you get the answers to each of your question, it's basically an anagram. Mix it up. And it's so obvious it's embarrassing. Question number 2. Which single letter often follows Elizabeth II when Queen Elizabeth II signs her name? So, which single letter often follows Elizabeth when Queen Elizabeth II signs her name? Elizabeth something. Had to explain that. What can I tell you, yeah? Yeah. He doesn't know many answers, yeah? But he definitely doesn't know how to write many questions. Moving swiftly along, number 3. Hey man, which is the only vowel not used as the first letter in a US state? Nice question. Which is the only vowel not used as the first letter in a US state? This is our guest round tonight, sent in by Captain Beer. Question number 4. Remember, it's a single letter answer. In Morse code, what letter is represented by 3 dots? In Morse code, what letter is represented by 3 dots? Okie dokie. Question number 5. Our friend in Malaysia, you gotta get this one right. What is the surname of the A-team character who pities fools? I mean, that's so easy, it's unbelievable. I ain't gonna fly no plane. That's my best impression of an Irish. B.A. Baracus. I didn't say what you thought I was gonna say, Liz the Legend. Her indoors Mark II. I got it, huh? This ain't my first show. You know what I'm saying? Question number 6 from our guest round. Which letter denotes the Roman numeral for 1000? Which letter denotes the Roman numeral for 1000? Ardo has a fun fact about the person that we just asked the question about. And Olivia Sheep Minion is basically taking control of the chat and saying, go on then. Question number 7. This letter that usually denotes the third axis in geometry. So what is the letter that usually denotes the third axis in geometry? What's the score in the doors there with the football? 0-0. You see, you're safer off and having more fun watching the Irish Question Mark and her indoors Mark 2 Friday night show here on twitch.tv/Irish Question Mark. There we go. In mathematics, question number 7 plus 1, the letter used to represent the square root of -1. Well done, Ardo. Thank you very much for that. In mathematics, the letter, what letter is used to represent the square root of -1? Number 9. What letter comes before Bahn in the name of the Berlin Underground Railway System? Do you know what it is times like this that it would be easy if you had a German member in your team? What letter comes before Bahn in the name of the Berlin Underground Railway System? And your last question in Rob's Captain Beer's guest round. If you think you could do a better job, or you'd like to send in a round on something that you know a lot about, send me 10 or 15 questions. Let me have a little look through it, twig it a little bit, and you could be one of the stars in next week's show. Question number 10, a dress that is fitted, that has a fitted top but flares out at the bottom, is said to have what type of line? It is a single letter answer. The dress that has a fitted top but flares out at the bottom is said to have what letter as a type of line? Remember, the guest rounds are double points. Moving on to our last round tonight, round 6, question number 1. What Marvel Comics heroine wields the sword Dragonfang and rides the winged horse Aragorn? Don't know a lot about Marvel Comics. I do enjoy the Marvel movies though. What Marvel Comics heroine wields the sword Dragonfang and rides the winged horse Aragorn? But this comes from a guy, you know, you're talking about like magazines, comics magazines. You know, as a kid growing up, I used to I used to get magazines weekly, you know, and I used to get, I can't remember the name for the one now, but it had little soldiers in it. It wasn't a Beano, maybe it was a Dandy, it doesn't matter. Anyway, in these little stories about like sort of toy soldiers and it, they used to talk about them always having magazines. And I used to think, why do they have so many fucking magazines when they're in war? It was only later on that I realized what sort of magazine they were talking about. Moving swiftly along. Holy Moses!
Back again! Nabs on the pads, clappers on the cloppers, fingers on the type, tips on the nits, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the numbs, delay on the twitch, choppers on the blockers. Holy moly! Piggies at the market, cocks in the box, bones on the stones. You ready, people? It's another spin the wheel question. The 6th one of the evening. We're looking for another number answer. In meters, how wide is the Golden Gate Bridge? In meters, how wide is the Golden Gate Bridge? Fringes on the dinges, bingus on a dingus. Not quite that wide, people. Meters, in meters. Robert's the closest so far by a lot. Yes, Robert. Oh, Robert, aren't you already on the wheel? Nope, you're good, Robert. 27 meters wide is the Golden Gate Bridge.
Alrighty, moving swiftly along. Question number 2. Question number 2. What do the locals call the cloud that covers Table Mountain in Cape Town? What do the locals call the cloud that covers Table Mountain in Cape Town? Now, if Heron Doors, the original model, was here tonight, I would say to her, let's hear your South African accent. Let's hear Heron Doors Mark II, Liz the Legend's South African accent.
Oh my god. What do the locals call the cloud that covers Table Mountain in Cape Town?
I actually think that just sounded like Liz, like Liz the Legend's normal voice. Anyway, what do the locals call the cloud that covers Table Mountain in Cape Town? Question number 3. In Australian slang, what is a sanga? In Australian slang, what is a sanga? Now, folks, it is times like this, but only times like this, that it would be great if you had an Australian in your team. Basically, Mr. T in Malaysia, he's so close to Australia, he should know this answer. In Australian slang, what is a sanga? That is question number 3. In which round? Heron Doors Mark II. Moving swiftly along, she doesn't even know what day of the week it is. Question number 4. Who played the movie characters Don Corleone and Colonel Kurtz? Kurtz. How would you pronounce that word?
Good.
Who played the movie characters Don Corleone and Colonel Kurtz? Kurtz. Kurtz. Maybe that was her South African accent. No one knows. Question number 5. We'll try that again, okay? Question number 5. It's a Jan the Man question. 2 points up for grabs. Which 2 teams contested the 2021 FA Cup final last month? Little Sheep Minion says, your pronunciation was ein beetje guts there. Yes, okay. Which 2 teams contested the 2021 FA Cup final last month? 2 points up for grabs. Cut it out, hoys. Hoys. Cut it out, hoys. Question number 6. What hit song for the band Oasis begins slip inside the eye of your mind? Don't you know you might find a better place to play? So, what is the name of that hit song for the band Oasis that starts with them lyrics?
You have the chorus yet?
Pat the Beard said, is that the tune? No, but I like the way you're thinking. Question number 7. Who interviewed Barack Obama as the first guest on his TV talk show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction? Who interviewed Barack Obama as the first guest on his TV talk show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction? Question number 7 plus 1, or question number 8, depending if you actually listen or understand me. What Chinese dog breed has a lion's mane ruff and a unique blue-black tongue? It's a bit of a rough question. See what I've done there? Don't sound so deep. I literally think she's fallen asleep. What Chinese dog breed has a lion's mane ruff and a unique blue-black tongue? That is question number 8 in our last round tonight. Hasn't that went rather quick, Liz the Legend?
It has.
Alrighty, question number 9. I was thinking about Liz the Legend when I asked this question. It's a US question. Which US state was split into 2 states after the Whaling Conventions of 1861 at the start of the American Civil War? Which US state was split into 2 states after the Whaling Conventions of 1861 at the start of the American Civil War? It's Dingbat time! Alrighty, thank you very much, Dingbat Man, for a little guest appearance. Solve this Dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. It is worth 5 points. Like all Dingbat questions in the Irish Question Mark Friday night online quiz shows, and the anagram questions, and if there happened to be one, but obviously there hasn't, any Blues Brothers questions. Folks, we've done it again, show number 62. Back shortly for the second half answers. Boom! Let's get started. The Mugs Gallery. These are beautiful, friendly, happy folk that have been with us during the last 62 weeks of fun and shows on a Friday night. Here are some of our limited edition mask winners, and do you see yourself on the screen? I thought I seen someone that I thought was Pete, but I think it was Gary. This is our Mystery Prize Winners Club. This is the one that everyone wants to get on at the moment. There are 2. I nearly said the answer. I nearly let it slip, folks. Holy moly! I nearly told you what the Mystery Prize is. Now, I can talk about the Mystery Prize because Liz the leg end, she has in fact won one of the mystery. What did you think of the Mystery Prize, Liz?
Classy. Quality.
Classy.
Question mark.
Quality. Question mark. Do you believe her, folks? Yes, it is. It is currently, I have been told by people in the know, it is the most sought after item on the interweb. All you got to do, it's quite easy. Type George into the chat if you have not typed George into the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm really sorry. You cannot win when you're watching it on YouTube. You've got to come across to where? Where do you have to come across to?
Twitch!
Twitch.tv. That's where you come across to, and yeah, then you get the chance to win one of the most sought after items on the interweb. What can I tell you? Okay. Should we give some answers out? Should we give some answers out?
Yeah!
Thanks for, I just thought you'd lost it again, or what can I tell you?
It's still 0-0.
It is still 0-0. Yes, the virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much for anyone that has sent in a donation. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it for your continued support after 62 weeks. And only the loyal survive and stay with us on a Friday evening. That was my basic impersonation of an Englishman. Ain't that good at that one. Okay, folks, let's get some answers. The YouTube channel is up and going. We're going out live tonight on the Irish Question Mark YouTube channel. If you want to play any of the previous games, it's really easy. Go on YouTube, watch the show that you want to play with your friends and family first, memorize the answers, and then say, hey, why don't we just do one of these former quiz shows that Irish Question Mark does on a Friday night? Then you can sit there and you can be extremely clever. Here are your answers to round 4. Question number 1. In the 1985 movie Teen Wolf, Michael J. Fox's character becomes a star in basketball. That's for 1 point in round 4, question number 1. Question number 2. As a noun, the word that refers to a prison employee, and an adjective refers to a house that is move-in ready. Turnkey. Now, when I seen turnkey, I was going to put in a video for the turkey, but I thought, no one will understand. Number 3, what company introduced the Betamax video recording system in 1975? 1.4, Sony. Question number 4. The Chinese city that is the location of the monument to the people's hero, the mausoleum of Mao Zedong, and the Temple of Heaven. It is found in Beijing. Question number 5. What former heavyweight boxing champion lends his name to a top-selling grilling machine? It is the one and only George Foreman. Question number 6. The song Hopelessly Devoted to You was written for the movie adaptation of which Broadway musical? Would you like to give us a few bars of Hopelessly Devoted to You? Her and Doors Mark II?
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Wonderful! The correct answer was, of course, Grease. Space Dracula, will you accept George Formby? Only if you sing me a song when I'm watching Windows. Number 7. Which of these birds do not mate for life? The bald eagle, the black vulture, mourning dove, or the whooping crane? The correct answer is, in fact, the mourning dove, but not for the reason that you thought previously. Question number 8. What color connects Prince's Corvette, Nina's balloons, UB40's wine, and Christopher's lady? It is, of course, red. Radiant Relucas just said a lean, mean ukulele machine. Indeed, Mr. George Formby. Number 9. Single and double entry are methods of what? Minion Jesse's just typed in the chat. No, that I would buy. Is he talking about the lean, mean ukulele machine or the single and double entry method? I don't know. But remember, it's a family show, folks. The correct answer is, or Grease. No, the correct answer is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping. And number 10, solve this dingbat for 5 points. Well-known term. Well, what do you see? You see a peach, then you see a lady, one of the Spice Girls, and then you see a sheep. What sound does a sheep make? There we go. Peach, Mel, ba. 5 points if you got that correct. Okay, moving on to round 5, Captain Beer's letters round. How many points are up for grabs in this round?
25.
25. Well done. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Captain Beer, for sending in this round. The first answer we were looking for 2 points is the letter Q. Question number 2. The single letter that often follows Elizabeth when Queen Elizabeth II signs her name is the letter R. That's R for Romeo. Question number 3. Which is the only vowel not used as the first letter in a US state? The correct answer is E for
Elizabeth.
Pretty original there, wasn't it? Okay, E for Elizabeth. Number 4, in Morse code, what letter is represented by 3 dots? This is not the message you want to see in Morse code, especially if you were in the lower section of the Titanic. It is the letter S. S for
Symphony.
symphony. Question number 5. The surname of the A-Team character who pities fools is Mr. T. And we have our own Mr. T. 4 a.m. in Malaysia watching the show tonight. And this question was put in just for you, buddy. By the way, someone was going to give us an interesting fact about Mr. T. I do believe it was Ardo, our F&C, our Finnish comedian. Feel free now to share the B.A. Baracus. Frank, happy birthday, Frank. He says B.A. Baracus. That isn't the answer we were looking for because it's not a single letter answer. Yeah, fool. I know it's your birthday, but we can't be that generous. Number 6, what letter denotes the Roman numeral for 1000? The correct answer is M. M for
Metamorphosis.
metamorphosis. Oh, you're not going to catch me out that easy. Number 6, M for Mr. T is a dark elf mohawk. Mr. T is a dark elf mohawk, or Mr. T has a dark elf mohawk. There we go, folks. You missed nothing in the football. It was 0-0. I'd like to thank Bob for putting that into the chat, especially for the people that were going to watch it on replay. Just don't bother. The letter that usually denotes the third axis in geometry, it is the Z. Z for Zachariah. Too late. Mr. T is 3 letters. It is also 3 syllables. Fun fact, his mother also calls him Mr. T because he officially changed his name to it. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
I think we should ask Mr. T in Malaysia. Mr. T, your brother from another mother, did he actually change his name to Mr. T? Funny. Yeah, I know Mr. T has a mohawk. That's the funny thing about it. I mean, that's basically why we call you Mr. T. He doesn't even know why he's called Mr. T. Tarquin. Honestly, this middle of the night thing is killing him. Number 8, in mathematics, the letter used to represent the square root of -1 is the letter I. I for
Italy.
Italy. She's keeping it simple. That's the way I like it.
Oh, you just wait. Just wait.
Number 9, what letter comes before Bahn in the name of the Berlin Underground Railway System? It is U for
Utrecht.
Utrecht. And number 10, a dress that has a fitted top but flares out at the bottom is said to have this type of line. It is A line, type A line, A for asshole. Okay, let's move swiftly along. Round 6, general knowledge.
Bonus.
What about the bonus? Question number 1. What Marvel Comics heroine wields the sword Dragonfang and rides the winged horse Aragon? The correct answer is... How do you pronounce that? Valkyrie. Valkyrie is the correct answer.
There's an anagram in the answers.
There is an anagram in the answers. Well done. 5 possible points. The correct answer for the anagram in the answer. Why didn't you tell me that? I mean, you are unbelievable. Come back her indoors. All is forgiven. This Mark II, she's just... I mean... Is this the second time or first time you've seen the show? Or
Maybe.
Alrighty. So the anagram answer, if you got all the the answers correct and you mix the letters around, what would you get? Her indoors Mark II.
Quizmaster.
Yes, indeed. You would get a Legends job. That would be me. Your Irish Quest Master.
Buyer's remorse.
Okay, the tablecloth is the name that the locals call the cloud that covers Table Mountain in Cape Town. I would ask her indoors at this stage to do a South African accent, but the new model of her indoors is useless at a South African accent. Number 3, what's she going to be like in an Australian accent? In Australian slang, what is a sanga? How's your Australian accent, her indoors?
Alright. No.
In Australian slang, what is a sanga? It is a sandwich. Question number 4. Who played the movie characters Don Corleone and Colonel Kutz? The correct answer is Marlon Brando from The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. Number 5 was a Jan the Man question. Which 2 teams contested the 2021 FA Cup final last month? The 1 point for Leicester City and 1 point for Chelsea. So 2 points up for grabs. Number 6, the hit song from the band Oasis, Slip Inside the Eye of Your Mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play is Don't Look Back in Anger for 1 point.
Buttons on the pods, floppers on the choppers, chicks on the ticks, fingers on the type. He keeps on turning the page, and I don't know what they're called. Choppers on the blockers. Holy moly, piggies in the market. Cocks on the blocks. Boxes in the stones? Bones in the stones. I can't read. It's the very last question wheel of the evening.
Question wheel?
Question wheel.
What the hell is a question wheel? You call it a question wheel?
I call it a question. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel question. Here we go, people. We're going to mix it up a bit. This time we're looking for a number, okay?
Didn't we do all the numbers? Weren't they all numbers?
You've not been paying attention? We're going to try something new here. We're going to do a number answer.
Okay.
Yeah?
Here we go. Just a little number, not like a meter, not like a thousand.
There's,
hundreds, not a thousand.
we're measuring people, okay?
All right.
On the original Band Aid single, Do They Know It's Christmas? How many people were in the original? How many people were in the original lineup? And the original Band Aid single, Do They Know It's Christmas? Getting close. Remember, if you've already put a right answer, you can't type it again. Keep your fingers in your holsters.
Fingers in your holsters! None of these people can win, huh?
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope.
All right, so who are our winners so
Nope.
far?
We got Frank, we got Minion Jesse, we got Micah.
Excuse me, did you wish Frank happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Frank! Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! I see the right answer. I see the right answer. Minion Rachel.
Is Minion Rachel already done?
No, she is not. So you are in our last place on the coveted Spin the Wheel. Minion Rachel.
Rachel, spin the wheel. Okay, who are our winners so far that are going on the spin the wheel? Call them out, please. Frank, happy birthday, by the way. Minion Jesse, Micah, that's another minion. Pat the Beard, the clever one. Robert, the not so clever one. And Minion Rachel. Alrighty, well done, folks. What can I tell you? Living legends. Fingers in the holsters is perfect. Ardo, write down. Add it to the list. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to write a new list. Okay, fingers in the holsters. Pickers in your pockets. No, Pat. No. Who interviewed Barack Obama as the first guest on his TV talk show? My next guest needs no introduction. Was the one and only Mr. David Letterman. 1 point for that. Number 8. What Chinese dog breed has a lion's mane ruff and a unique blue-black tongue? It is a Chow Chow. Keep your peckers in your pockets. I like that. Peckers in your pockets.
Okay, let me interpret this. I'm writing it down.
Okay. I mean, it's a clever suggestion from a clever guy. Number 9. What U.S. state was split into 2 states after the Wheeling Conventions? It was Virginia, was the answer we were looking for. And they became Virginia and West Virginia. Did you know that? Liz
I
the
did
Legend.
know that. And
Well,
did you know that my state became a state in 1820 because of the Missouri Compromise? Missouri came in as a slave state, so they needed another non-slave state, and they split Massachusetts into Massachusetts and Maine.
I'm really sorry I asked. Moving swiftly along to Dingbats, 5 points up for grabs. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. And the answer was, what happened to me with my hair? Now, haircut. I have to tell you, folks, I originally went to use my trimmer and set it to a 4mm, which is what I've been trying to keep it at. And I took the guard off, and I sort of like was trimming something, a single hair that grew out of my ear or something. And then I sort of looked in the mirror. I looked in the mirror, and I went, and that sound sounded so different. So the 4mm had to come down to 1 or 2mm. But luckily the weather was kind to me, so I didn't look like too much of a thug. Folks, it's been a lovely show tonight. Thank you very much indeed. The virtual tip jar is open. Electric Sheep Minion said, what if the mirror looks in the mirror? What if the mirror looks in the mirror? Thanks for that. I've just put the links into the chat again one last time. Thank you very much. Ardo's just said, Irish question mark, you're very good. I lost an eyebrow last week because of a mirror mishap. You're some her. Did I say it out loud or was I just thinking it? And Minion just said, what about the film? About the mirror, looking in the mirror. Right, okay, enough of this. Enough. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You know what you need to do now. You need to pray that both the draw and the spin the wheel is going to work, because I'm, the head of technical at the moment sitting opposite me. I'm not sure what she could do if it all goes wrong. If you haven't typed George into the chat, now it's time to do it. Frank, happy birthday, Frank. I have that haircut too. What, my haircut? I hope it was all planned, Frank. Honestly, maybe you got it as a birthday present. Okay, Radiant Reluca, thank you very much indeed. Hang around, folks, because we have a few prizes to give away. Now, Grab88 hasn't got in contact with me yet about when you'd like to come in and pick up the bread, so I haven't made it yet. Send me an email. I can make some over the weekend. And if you're local and you already have a mystery prize, then you can also try and get some of the wonderful bread. Okay, folks, these are some of our previous winners. Lovely a bunch of people. You all know who you are. Okay, our mystery prize winners club. Who is going to join the mystery prize? Let's have a little look. Yes, Baroness of Burnham. I meant next week's show at the halftime show. Email them off to me and just don't tell him. He's probably fallen asleep in the sofa after watching such a boring 0-0 football game. Okay, I think we should do the draw. What do you reckon? Let's do the draw. Okay. Did I ask for the drum roll yet? Okay, just take it easy. Here we go, folks. Okay, it's giveaway draw time. Now, just before I do the draw, if you're local, you can get some of the Irish question mark handmade from my heart Irish soda farls. I'll be making some of them over the weekend for myself to have on Sunday, Father's Day. By the way, if my father is watching this, or my cousin Christopher's watching it. We've gone offline?
Yeah.
What have you done, Liz?
Now it says it's live again.
Okay, we are back again. You're frozen when your heart's not open. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? I know. We are back Be right back. Epilepsy fit. You only see what you want to see. Not just me. Glitchy again. Brr. This again. Here we go again. Oh no. I'm back. Thank God. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Liz done what the original Her Indoors does and sort of just stares at me when this sort of thing happens. Everybody, we're back on again, so let's do the draw. Now, we will give you a little time to get back in connected with us, so do not panic if you do not answer straight away. I'm ready now for the drum. Boom. It is saying...
Nope.
It is saying...
Says no.
It is saying Streamlabs has won. Deny. Draw again, I reckon. Hold on, calm down, calm down. Calm down. Boom.
And
Who do you think it's said that has won?
Liz the legend.
No, Irish question mark. Okay, let's go again. Third time lucky. Here we go. I knew it wouldn't work easily with Wasp 35. Yes, indeed. Jody, Wasp 35, you have won tonight's mystery prize. I don't think you have one of the mystery prizes, so you can drop me an email and you can either get a mystery prize or you can drop over, say hello, have a coffee in the garden and get some Irish soda farls. The choice is yours. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Frank, for your donation. Thank you very much. Well done, Liz the Legend there, for catching that in at the right time. Now I think the thing to do is it's spin the wheel time.
Woo!
How excited are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Okay. Let me see. Is this going to work? That is the question. I have every confidence that it is going to work. Okay, so here we go. Congratulations, Jody, on winning the prize, the mystery prize. Let me know whether you want me to post a mystery prize to you, or if you want to pop around, have a coffee in the garden, I'll give you the mystery prize and I'll throw in some Irish soda farls. How's that for an offer? Okay, winner number 1 will be Happy Birthday Frank. Winner number 2 is Minion Jesse. Winner number 3 is Minion Micah. Winner number 4 is the clever one, Pat the Beard. Winner number 5, the not so clever one, Captain Beer. And winner number 6 is Minion Rachel. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, here we go, folks. Surprise, surprise. The wheel has appeared. Liz was looking a little bit worried there. Right, okay, let me see. I have to hit that one and say, spin the wheel. What do you say, Liz? Should I spin the wheel?
Spin that wheel!
Spin the wheel! Boom!
Woo!
It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Who is the winner? Mystery prize winner number 6 has won, and winner number 6 tonight is Minion Rachel. Congratulations, Minion Rachel. Send me an email, drop me a line, let me know. I can post off your mystery prize, or if you'd like, you can drop round to the house. Let me know over the weekend or next weekend. We can have a coffee and you can have a mystery prize and some Irish soda farls. Let me know what you'd like us to do. Okay, folks, that is it. It is another show. Thank you very much indeed. You know where to find me. You know where to send some photographs. I'd like to thank Her Indoors Mark II for doing the show tonight. Thank you very much, Liz. She's taken a few photos that we'll put in the next week's show. She was an absolute star. Liz, thank you. Thank you very much, Liz. Really, really wonderful. Thank you. I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I'm hunted by paparazzi, though. She's taking that many photographs. It's just embarrassing. All right, folks, all I got to say is happy birthday, Frank. Whatever you do, enjoy yourselves. Take care. Liz, safe home. Don't forget to put your lights on. I'd really hate for you to get a ticket. Okay, folks, stay the frank at home.
The whole world's caught a virus. You're not in this alone, but you can help to cure it. Just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine. It's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world, you only have to stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate. Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Watch Netflix in your underwear.
Just stay the fuck at home.
But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home. But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. I think of you, you selfish prick. Just stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home. Sit on the couch and drink VV, get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
Contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you very much indeed. What can I say? It's great. Yeah, I know you all probably think that her indoors, the original model, that we'd like done something and killed her and buried her and put her in the garden, but she's back. Good evening, her indoors. Wonderful to have two crazy women in my life, folks. Thank you very much indeed. Liz the Legend, her indoors, Mark II. Wonderful. Her indoors, thanks for coming back. We'll see you all next week, folks. It has been wonderful. Thank you very much.